Venice Real Estate 2022, and we're just finishing quarter one. This is a video for you if you are thinking about buying or selling in Venice, because this is a market that's really not had the pleasure of enjoying what a hot seller's market is all about. And we're going to get into exactly why in this video. And by the end of this video, you should understand exactly where this market was, where it is, and where it's going. So keep it dialed in. We're about to jump into it right now. What's up, guys? What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. If you are joining me for the first time, we're all about real estate here on the west side in Los Angeles, keeping the numbers real. I'm Erichass, and I'm super stoked to have you joining me today. I'm with eXp Realty, 24/7 realtor on the west side, and we're about to jump into Venice and quarter one 2022 real estate numbers. I'm hoping that market has been bouncing back. But before we jump into it, if you could give me a like, a comment, and a subscription, that'd be totally awesome to keep me motivated in delivering this value to you on a regular basis, like on a weekly basis. And if you drop a comment with any questions, more than happy to get back to you with either an answer in the comments, or I'll be happy to do a video for you as well. So keep it dialed in. We're about to jump into these Venice numbers and see exactly what they mean for you as a buyer, seller, or investor, because I got tips, tricks, and strategies to keep you successful no matter what market we're facing. All right, guys, let's get into these numbers for Venice, because I'm really curious to see if this market has rebounded and had finally the love that this hot sellers market has been giving to every single other neighborhood on the west side and in Los Angeles. So without further ado, number of listings, number of pendings, and number of solds. We've got 46 for quarter one 2022. 29 number of pending for quarter one 2022, and 70 that sold in that quarter as well, which is 70 is actually a 13% drop in the number of sold since quarter four, which was at 80. But as you can see, still, even though there is a drop in sold, there is a ton of inventory still available in Venice. And why is that? Well, for starters, it goes hand in hand with price. And again, Venice just hasn't wrapped around this homeless situation in a way where there's a solution, where people are still finding the values that they were getting just like 2 years ago before COVID. Now, guys, as we get into this next slide, it's going to show exactly what I was afraid of for Venice. As we look at the median active, the median pending, and the median sold price, we're going to see a huge discrepancy right off the bat between the median active at $3,050,000 compared to the median pending, which are actually homes under contract that are going to be closing in the next 2 to 4 weeks. And that median pending price is at $2.4 million. So things are selling at this point, yet our median active price is way above at $3,050,000. And then if we look at our median sold price, which is up 1%, but it's at $2,525,000 compared to $2,510,000 from quarter four. But still, that still shows you dramatically why the pricing is ever present in Venice if you want to be successful. So if you start up higher like this, you're going to find yourself in a position where you're going to be reducing and then taking an offer that's even lower by hundreds of thousands of dollars under the asking price if you don't price it smart from the get-go, because everybody knows about the Venice homeless problem. So you already got one mark against you. If you're going to do it again with two, you're going to be sitting on the market, and price reductions are going to become your best friend instead of multiple offer situations. As we move forward, we've got some more numbers that are actually painting a clear picture of what to expect as a buyer or seller. And the average days on market, the sold volume, and the sales price to original list price are going to be clear indicators of whether or not this market is bouncing back or is still fighting the climb to get back to where it was, say 2 to 3 years ago. Now, average days on market took a little bit of an upswing, 19% from 48 in quarter four to 57 in quarter one. Our sold volume actually dropped substantially, 17% from 223 million to our 185 million. And then our sold price versus list price fortunately has had a nice upswing of 3%, because we've been at 95% and lower for Venice all throughout this hot sellers market, and especially during COVID as well, when everything kind of went to crap for Venice as the homeless kind of piled in, and there was really no resolution for fixing that problem, and it's still kind of a problem impacting values today. But if we can actually get to a point where our median active price comes down under that 3 million into more of a 2.5 range, we're going to see an ample drop in this average days on market. I think we're going to see an increase dramatically in sold volume, which took a hit from 223 to 185. And then we're going to see that 98% sold price versus the original list price continuing to bump its way up. And I think by the second quarter, the end of the second quarter, mark my words, I think Venice pricing right for our home sellers. That is the tip, the trick, the strategy of all strategies right now for home sellers that are selling in Venice is price your home right. If that is the case, we will get this sold priced original list price up to 100% by the end of Q2. Are you guys ready for my favorite slide? This is the last slide, but it is my ultimate favorite because it paints an absolute clear picture of who is winning in this hot sellers market that we're experiencing in Los Angeles. And right now, my friends, sellers are still losing in Venice. It is not a hot sellers market. It is more of a evened out market where if you are pricing right, which you should be in Venice, you will definitely have no problem going above the asking price, getting multiple offers, and getting your terms at the end of the day. However, if you happen to be one of these guys where we're taking a look now at the number of homes selling above the asking, number of homes selling at asking, and number of homes that sold under the asking price, if you're one of these 39 or 52 that happened in Q4, that is not a place you want to be in order to have the best opportunity in this hot sellers market to get the most money possible. You want to be definitely one of these at asking or above asking, and the trend is happening. But buyers, this is where you need to pay attention. 39 homes still in Venice sold below the asking price. That is in total 56% of all the homes that sold in Venice sold below the asking price. That is a perfect opportunity for you as a buyer, if you're looking on the west side, to be open to Venice and take advantage of the opportunity there, because it's not going to last, and it's changing already, as we saw, because we had 52 in Q4 go under the asking price, and that was 65% of the overall solds that happened in Q4. Moving up, at asking pretty much stayed the same, representing about 10 to 11% of all sales in Q1. And then we've got the number of homes that sold above the asking price, and that trend is going up. So buyers, again, you need to pay attention and jump in now, because sellers are getting smart. They're starting to understand, hey, if I price it right, or if I underprice it, because there's no such thing as underpricing in this market, I'm going to be one of those homes going above and beyond the asking price with multiple offers, the terms I want, and selling with a smile on my face at the end of the day, instead of enduring price reductions like these guys down here. So if you want to be in the running for the ultimate success sellers, you need to be pricing it right, not only because the market is not helping you with, as we saw with the first slide, at 46 homes for sale, but the homeless situation isn't either. So make sure you're pricing it right. There's no such thing as underpricing. Take advantage of that, or you're going to be one of these bad guys down here for a buyer to swoop in on and have the time of their life, finding their dream home in a hot seller's market and closing on their terms at the price they want at the end of the day. Seller, that's not what you want, but buyer, that is. Tips, tricks, strategies right there for you. Write them down. This is important stuff, because this is a lot of money to leave on the table at the end of the day. Guys, I hope you had a great time going through this information with me. I'm always delivering on a weekly basis. We got Santa Monica next. Then we've got Brentwood and Pacific Palisades, so keep it dialed in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I want to help you guys, so comment whatever question you might have. You may be a seller already or a buyer thinking about buying. If you've got any questions, a dumb one, it doesn't matter. That's the only way you're going to have an answer and be able to be a success as a seller or a buyer at the end of the day in this crazy hot sellers market that we're experiencing, and it's not quieting down. So 2022, pay attention. I got your back, and I'll see you on the next one.
Upgrade her diamonds, now her girlfriends are like, whoa, whoa, whoa.